Got some breakfast here. Started out with onions and butter. Chopped up sweet potatoes, put them in. And let those sit in the butter and cook while I chopped a bunch of little peppers, threw those on top. And I did not mix it in first. I waited till I saw the edges of the onions getting caramelized, like almost burnt. Almost burnt. Then I stirred it. Wait on seasonings till the very end, especially when you're cooking potatoes, because potatoes, salt goes in and causes it to press out the water. But if you want delicious moist potatoes, you don't want to push the moisture out. You want to lock it in by frying it in oil first. Once it's all cooked, then throw salt at the end. Here's spinach. Oh, I forgot this other thing I have. I have some leftover quinoa. I'm just gonna put that in the middle, right where the burner is. It's already cooked, I just need it to warm up. At this point, since the spinach is already steaming over the vegetables below, I'll go ahead and put a lid on it because I want the spinach to melt, and all of the steam coming up will come back down and cook it from the top and melt it. I'm Lacey McRae. Welcome to my truck house where I cook. Currently, I'm being driven around the north end. I didn't want to stop my cooking process to go 3 blocks. I just got my partner to go in the driver's seat. That way I can keep an eye on this delicious meal. And when we show up for work, we'll be ready to eat. And then our brains will have a lot of delicious, healthy food to fuel our really high quality artwork. Okay, it's not quite ready yet. All of this got pretty cold last night. It was freezing. And no, I did not sleep in the truck house last night. It's too cold in Boise, Idaho. Okay. Break up all that quinoa. Let it keep cooking. Let's turn it up a little. Okay. It's not cooked all the way down. But I am going to add salt to the spinach. Because what it's going to do is it's going to cause it to start to melt. Salt on the quinoa. Lid back on. We'll put some apples on the side of this. Gotta have a little sweet to go with your savory. My favorite way to cut apples is into super thin slices. I like to cut off the core and then slice them into little thin slices, because then when you do thin slices, what you get is more flavor per bite. Oh yeah. Cooking on the road, I would not actually recommend it. Don't do it. Okay, if you keep the apples together, you can smoosh them out in a beautiful pattern like this. This one already came apart, but we can put it back together. There we go. people eat with their eyes before their mouth. Okay. When you're living on the road and in a tiny space, it causes one to get very creative with the things that you have. So the quinoa came in this. Now I'm going to use it for my food bowl. Okay, spinach is melted. The bottom is nice and caramelized. I'm just going to stir this all together. We got everything you need. Well, except for blood types. We don't have any animal protein in here other than butter. I did put quite a bit, but maybe we need a little more. There we go. Let that melt in. All I'm using the butter for this time is moisture and flavor. So I don't really need the vegetables to cook much more in this butter. I just need it to melt. So I put a hole in the middle of the pan so it can melt as quickly as possible on the direct heat. Now I'm just going to mix this all in. And serve. Turn off the heat so that it can keep cooking. And boom. Wow. Who knew that roads were so not flat? We're just going like 3-4 blocks in the north end. Getting tossed around all over the place here. I think I can fit all this in here. Oh, yeah. Feels like we've made our destination. Okay, what do you call this food here? I don't know. We just call it stuff. Stuff on the road. Real food. Eat up.